Today we're going to talk about the guide on the side. And so this activity can really help students find their errors on their own. And so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to want to look at this Twitter post. So this individual, it's MRM, he created a really cool booklet for students to go step by step to see all of the steps in a multi-step type of problem. And it can really help with that cognitive load. Right here is the Google Drive folder. And so he had the booklet and then he has like a poster. So you know your students best. Do they need it step by step in a booklet, or can they handle everything on one page, or would that help them see start to the end? So different students might need different things. So just kind of think about that while you're creating your own. But as you can see here, it's step by step. It walks through every single step with the student. And I love the little symbols up top where it says divide, multiply, subtract. And so students can think about all of those different things that they need to do while solving long division. The next thing is step by step. So the first thing the students are going to do is they're going to walk in the room and they're going to try maybe a division of the day. They're going to try multiplication of the day. Whatever concept they are struggling with, they are going to do that as their bell work or as their entrance ticket to really see if they know the material. Once they try it, they're going to get feedback. So they're going to turn it into the teacher. Again, it's 1-2 questions. It's quick. It's easy for you to grade. They're going to check in with the teacher. You're going to look over it and give them feedback. And what I would do is, using his guide, is I would just say, all right, this question right here, you're missing step 3. Send it back with the students. They go back and they try to recorrect it. So using this guide, they try to go figure out, where did I mess up at step 3? What errors did I make? And they're trying to self-guide themselves on these different mistakes that they might have made. And then once they do that, they're going to get a recheck with you. And once they've corrected it, they're going to come back at that recheck. If they're still missing it, you could have a small group conversation with them, modeling how to use this guide with them. And I would model the first time you do this with them, how to use the guide. But if they have been using the guide for a while, I would just go with them again and use those questionings to kind of help them, guide them in the right direction. 2 ways to kind of help you organize this, or if they have mastered the concept, what to do. And so the first thing is Buzzwork. Right here, you can see this is for students when they first come in the room. It goes over expectations. It goes over what to do on their desk and have out. There's a check-in and a science rep, and then finished. This allows you to check in with any students, and it allows you to give them feedback when they get to that first exit ticket with content. So again, this could be a way that you organize it. I personally like to set a timer to keep myself on track, so I know not to spend the whole class time going over this activity. And once the timer's up, I'm done with the day. And if a student didn't correct it, I might check in with them at a later period of time or have them finish it the next day, just depending on who that student is and what kind of is going on. Another activity, if your students master the concept, they could do this find the error. So right here's the template for it. It's in the description, but students can solve this problem and they're able to solve and find the error of a mistake. So this one's going to have a mistake, and then students have to explain their thinking and why they think that error was made. So a lot of that higher level DOK of justification. The end goal, so maybe once you get comfortable with this procedure, you might want to start thinking about, how can I differentiate for this student? And so you might use iReady, and you might look at their skill gaps for different students. So maybe you'll have a different student complete different bell ringers. Some are focused on long division, some are doing fractions, some are doing multiplication, until they master those concepts. And again, I'm looking over that data to personalize this for my students. Right here, this is Math Reps, and they have a ton of resources to help you if you do teach math. We also did a session. So if you go over here and you type in EduReps, you can find this session as well. And in the slide deck, we go over a lot of different subjects. So this one is math, but we also talked about like SEL. We talked about, let's see if I can find it, ELA reps. So there are a few different ideas in this slide deck that you could also do, or feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to brainstorm with you on that individual lesson. But again, having that spiral review can really help students master skills that they might be struggling with.